So does your dog not listen to you the way you want them to listen to you? Well, I might know why, but before we get into that, I'm drinking a Cabernet, haha, Cabernet. So I'm always so proud of myself because again, big French wine fan, big Spanish, Portuguese wine fan, really starting to like some of the Italian wines too. I'm kind of dipping into that. So I'm always really proud of myself when I'm just doing a good old fashioned California Cabernet. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Okay, now, why is your dog not listening to you? Here's one reason. Do you over talk your dog? Are you real chatty with your pup? Because if you are, they have just learned to tune you out and they are desensitized to hearing your voice, and they've put little earmuffs on their ears and they're not even hearing you. So don't over talk your dog. Be specific when you talk to your dog. I mean, love on your dog and talk to them sweet and silly, but just don't overdo it. You shouldn't be talking all the time to your dog. And a lot of you are really doing this. You are. So don't over talk your dog. Number 2. Okay. You guys are using real confusing words sometimes and you think that they're not listening because they don't know what you want. If you've told your dog off of furniture all the time and then one day you say get down and they don't and you think they're not listening to you, you didn't say a word they knew. They don't know what get down means. You never taught them that. They don't know English. If they lived in Germany, they know German. You have to use words that you specifically told your dog what they mean. If you say a word or a phrase that you never associated to a behavior, they don't know what you're talking about. They're not listening to you because they don't know what you're saying. So be very clear with the words you use. Use words they understand. And another reason they may not be listening to you is because you're asking them to do something in a moment they're hyper-focused and they actually don't hear you. So I always tell clients, if your dog is sniffing, all their sensors are coming out their nose. If you go to say something to them, they can't hear you. They don't know what you're saying. If they're playing with something or playing with each other and you go to say something and they don't hear you in the moment, or they don't listen, it's because they don't hear you. They are doing something. They are hyper-focused doing something. That is not the best time to try to get your dog's attention, is when they're hyper-focused. Or rather, there's better ways to get their attention rather than saying their name or trying to give them a command. So I always say, it's kind of like when my Canadian husband is watching hockey and I try to get his attention and he doesn't hear me. He really doesn't hear me. I have to go get in front of him and be like, hello, I'm right here. I have something to tell you. But if I'm talking to the back of his head, he doesn't know I exist in that moment. So your dogs are hyper-focusing and you are accidentally trying to give them commands, trying to get their attention at a time when you're just not setting them up for success because they do not know, they are not listening to what you're saying. So those are 3 reasons that if you're struggling for your dog to listen to you, that they may not be listening to you. So be a little less chatty, use words that they understand, and give them certain commands or try to get their attention at a time that they can hear you. That is a real key point. I hope these tips helped you. Happy training, happy drinking. I'm going to post videos on Wednesdays, so please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time.